What's up everyone, it's Dusty Gogoat. Welcome back to my headcanon. Pokemon Scarlet and Violet will explore concepts of past and future Pokemon. The credible leaker who told us everything about BDSP and Legends Arceus has also provided a ton of information about Generation 9. It is very possible that we may see a new type of regional form when the Pokemon is influenced by past or future conditions. These would be called Proto or Neo forms. Artist Alestiva076 has invited artists to create Pokemon designs based on this concept. I really don't want to waste any time. Let's get right into it. This first image showcases the contrast of these two different divulgent forms of evolution. We see a Primeape, which is already very primal. I mean, it literally has primal in its name. I love the design of the bone in its hair. It looks like a caveman. It's spiky. I think it's a rock type, and it's even picking at its nose. On the flip side, we have Neo forms. This example is of a Clefable. This thing's truly becoming the ultra beast that it always was. It's, you know, Clefable, Clefairy, they're from the moon, from outer space. This thing is becoming a celestial being, way more than it appears to us in every other piece of canon. The reason why this concept is so cool and believable is because not only do the legendary Pokemon seem to be past and future forms of the same Pokemon, but also the version exclusive professors have a very distinct style to them. Both are said to study a specific ideology, one having to do with tradition in the past and one having to do with innovation in the future. Right here, you can see the total contrast between these two different styles. So the first Pokemon we're taking a look at is Proto Mankey. It's going to be a rock and fighting type, a pretty good type. I think this type has been competitive on most Pokemon that contain this typing. It's still a big monkey. It's got the rock head ability. It's great. Like, it's a bulky monkey, and it doesn't look as boring as its traditional design. I think it has just the right amount of change in it. Of course, that evolves into a Proto Primeape. Again, I love that it's picking its nose. I don't know why I love that so much. The Moxie ability is super powerful. Alestiva explains their headcanon. Through the professor's dialogue, it says, thanks to the concentrated energy of Koraidon within star-shaped stones scattered through the region, you'll be able to change the appearance and elemental types of your Pokemon. Allow your Pokemon to recover their originary power by changing them into their proto forms thanks to Koraidon's energy. We've been seeing this star-shaped gem since the very first trailer of Scarlet and Violet. People have been clamoring to find out what it actually means through the leakers' information and just regular speculation. It seems like this stone is going to have to do with some sort of type changing mechanic, but I love this concept. Instead of getting another goofy and bloated battle gimmick, they essentially are tying in the regional forms that we love so much into the core aspect of the game. This is an excellent solution. Now we have Neo Cleffa. So this is a Pokemon in the future. Neo Cleffa is absolutely adorable and is a callback to its Generation 2 beta design that never got revealed. I love this. This is great. Great way to tie in that lost canon back into the main story. Cool ability with natural cure. And again, like I said, Clefairy is turning back into a star. We see that it even loses its legs and it just floats. It's categorized as the celestial body Pokemon. They're really cool. The color is nice as well. Personally, I think Clefable is a little bit too much. It's got these giant arms. But that might be a closer tie-in to Gengar. Now we have this sick design by Christopher Perez. This is a Neo Golurk. It's Steel and Ghost type. Unbelievable. This is so unbelievable. Golurk is the walking iron giant. It's not iron. It's made of stone. But this thing is incredible. This is so incredible. And now it has some sort of sword. It looks as if it almost pulls it out of its body, or maybe it retracts. Like a lightsaber of sorts. Actually, you can see it also has a shield, and those swirling designs that it has on its body in the original form is actually, it appears as these electrical holographic markings all over its body. This thing is sick. It looks like a Gundam. One of my favorite designs we're gonna show today. I think this is amazing. I could totally seeing this just walk about the region. Oh man, and Steel Ghost is such a good type. Next, we have another Neo Pokemon. It's Neo Sunflora. Sunflora is obviously based on a sunflower. Sunflowers grow so tall in order to get the maximum amount of energy from the sun, and their flowers actually, they just point upwards to get all of the sunlight they can possibly get. This design basically takes that, it turns Sunflora into some sort of electronic solar panel. It's electric grass type. Every flat surface of this design is a solar panel. I can totally see this Pokemon being a really helpful household appliance that people in, we don't even know what the name of the region is, but in this Scarlet and Violet region, every house would have a Sunflora in order to help power their house. You can even see it, like its feet have turned into electrical cords. Do me a favor, if you're still watching this video, hit the subscribe button right below. You know what to do. Man, there's a lot of future forms, a lot of Neo forms. This is Neo Magnemite. It's actually electric psychic type, which makes sense. It loses its steel type. It becomes this almost like a floating TV of sorts. I think to maintain the design and the resemblance to Magnemite, it kept its those like screw bolts, but it lost the magnets. It really still looks like a steel type Pokemon, I would think. I'm not really sure where the psychic comes in. Maybe it's just it's able to float that way. I could see this thing still being steel type, or maybe psychic steel type. One of my favorite Pokemon. Love to see it getting a new concept, and I'm curious to see how this thing would progress into Magnezone, considering that Pokemon is literally based off of a UFO. That's something that you could interpret as a Neo form as is. So to actually see this Pokemon, who is already kind of futuristic, as a proto form might be even better. Okay, up next we have a Pokemon from Unova that gets a lot of hate. This is Trubbish and Garbodor. These are again Neo forms. So we have Neo Trubbish, which is just poison type. They're both just poison type. They have a new category called Tech Junk. The concept behind this is essentially, I love this. There's so many little hints of its design origin within the design itself. This is a Trubbish and a Garbodor that has been hanging around the outside of lab facilities, like scientific lab facilities, specifically the Aether Foundation. You can see they have the Aether crest on their chest, on some of the trash, and there's Ultra Balls, not Ultra Balls, Beast Balls, which are meant, they're special Pokeballs designed for capturing Ultra Beasts, which is so cool. I've been saying I want Ultra Beast to make another cameo, or maybe even introduce more Ultra Beasts in Scarlet and Violet. To see these Pokemon reference that in some way is really exciting. I could see this thing being poison steel type rather than just the mono poison type. I would want just it to be a little bit more interesting with the typing, but also to showcase that it has changed and it has more technology within it. Now we have a proto design for one of my favorite Pokemon, Proto Skarmory. I don't really even know what the design concept is behind this, but it's a much bigger bird. It looks like it looks kind of like a Galarian Zapdos, where it doesn't fly as much. It has obviously lost its steel typing. It looks to be maybe flying rock type. I think that would be kind of cool. Seriously, any sort of additional form for Skarmory would be very welcome. I would love that. Next, we have a Neo Remoraid and Neo Octillery. Both of these Pokemon are originally based on forms of war artillery. From what I can tell, both of these Pokemon now have an energy or a plasma core to them. I think of science fiction type of weapons, blasters, lightsabers. Neo Remoraid still has that look. It looks a lot faster. I could see these maybe being water psychic type, floating in air, but still blasting off energy beams. Oh, actually, the artist says that they're electric psychic type, which is very nice. So now, okay, I'm seeing the full spectrum. You essentially do have that plasma core. That's the electricity of it all. And then the psychic type is really cool because it takes these fish Pokemon, these Pokemon that are bound to the water, and makes them a lot more mobile. With the psychic type, they can focus on telekinesis, lift their bodies, move around, especially Octillery, which is, I mean, it's an octopus. It's kind of a weird Pokemon to see on land. I think Octillery is sick. I'm probably going to put Octillery in the thumbnail. These next two designs are from artist Fido. Both of these are Neo forms of the two pseudo-legendary Pokemon from the Hoenn region, Metagross and Salamence. Amazing designs. Metagross appears to be that evil cyborg, that Terminator type, the supercomputer robot that eventually goes evil and turns against humankind. I don't think that there's much of a type change here, but then the Salamence, I would make this, I don't know, it still looks dragon flying type, but it essentially loses its arms and legs and becomes a pure flying serpent. I love this. Both of these Pokemon are some of the best, so to see these Pokemon getting new types or new forms would be incredible. Next we have Neo Woobat and Neo Swoobat. Two Pokemon that I traditionally just do not care for at all. I don't hate them. These are very strange designs in general, but I love the twist that they did. Essentially, in the future, these two Pokemon lose their flight and evolve and are able to walk upright. Now they look like little gremlins, and somehow I like them even more. This could be Psychic Dark type, Psychic Fighting type, Dark Fighting type. They have this darker complexion to them. They look like little dust bunnies, but like evil dust bunnies. Let me know what you think about these in the comments. And we've done so many Neo forms. We have to finish up on a Proto Porygon Pokemon. A lot of people thought we were going to get a Proto or a Hisuian form for Porygon in Pokemon Legends Arceus. There was some really great art for that. And this design by Luis Gonzalez is so cool. It's a normal rock type Porygon. You can see it's some sort of like rock toy or maybe even a rock tool. I'm sure they have a deeper reference point for this. This either looks like a prehistoric children's toy or a prehistoric tool for counting or like performing math. The colors have been muted, but the traditional blue and red colors still show up on its tail. We all have our own wish lists for what we want to see in Pokemon Scarlet and Violet, but new regional forms for past and future Pokemon is out of this world, and it's something I would definitely love to see. Let me know what you think in the comments. Don't forget to subscribe. Thank you guys so much for watching, and good luck hunting.